working on a Jeep Liberty today. We're at the Baptist Hospital in the parking lot. He says he started it up, and as soon as he put it in reverse, which is probably seconds later, the car just died, and now it won't say anything. The engine's not turning over, it's not starting. Lights are coming on in the dash, but it says nothing. Nothing. No clicking, no nothing. So what I'm going to start first with on this one, there's a lot of ways you could go, but I'm going to start with the starter since it's not engaging. So I'm going to look up the starter relay real quick. Let me get that boy. Hold on, let me get this truck in the shade so my dog won't roast. Our probe on this one, I was looking at the identification box for the fuse relay box, and it says K17 is going to be the starter relay. So we're going to go ahead and hook up, and we're going to see if we can get this thing started through the relay. I'm not going to crawl underneath the vehicle and do all that, because you don't have to, because you have a relay. Anytime you have a relay, you can do some quick testing through the relay box, which is it's pretty convenient, guys, especially if you're a mobile tech and your phone is blowing up and you got to go. You got to get something fixed. So I already pulled it out. No, I didn't pull it out, but it's this one right here. It's that one right there. So, and I don't know which one is which. We're gonna wait to see which one has a ground and power. And I'm not getting shit out of none of them. I mean, I'm not getting nothing out of none of them. All right, it works. Let me turn on the key. That might make a difference. Well, all besides the ground. All right, keys on. Check engine light is on. My lights look good in there. They're nice and bright. It's not going to be a battery issue, more than likely. And we have 12.38 volts in the battery, according to my power probe, the PP4. So let's see what we got. Got 12 volts coming out of there. We got nothing coming out of there. And there's my ground. So I should... Got 12 volts. I got my ground over there. These must be control right here. That is my ground. Here's my ground on my engine. So it looks like we have a starter issue here. It looks like it's just a starter issue. Let's go down there and beat that starter real quick. The vehicle, we're going to get to the starter location, and we're going to tap that starter with the hammer. And I'm going to bring my power probe down there too, and I'm going to give the starter my own voltage, not using the key. I'm just going to use the power probe to hit the solenoid wire and see if it tries to crank up. If it cranks up, the key's in the on position, it's going to start up, hopefully. So it should, as long as it's just the starter. So let's get down there and we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot and see what's going on. It's hot. It's like 94 degrees today. It's a hot one. Mr. Grinch. You're there. Mr. Grinch. Okay, so all right, there's the starter wire right there. Let me show you. It's always the skinny wire that supplies the that the ignition switch supplies the voltage. When you turn the key to start position, the little skinny wire on the starters, no matter what starter it is, it'll be a skinny wire. You'll have one fat wire in there too, but this one is this wire right here. And I can get to it with my power probe. I'm just gonna probe right there with the power probe before I even go any further. You see, I can touch it right here. Same noises we got from the relay. All right, it doesn't start. All right, so it's not a starter issue. All right, we will not be putting on a starter because we already did the checks. We know the starter engages, so it's going to be a control issue, some kind of control issue. Ignition switch, fuse box, computer. It's going to be a control issue. What's controlling the starter? All right, so let's get back up here. And I guess I want to look at now is I really need a schematic, but I guess what I can do now is hook up my scan tool. Let's hook up the scan tool, because the key was in the on position. When I hit that power probe on that starter with the key in the on position, this vehicle should have started if it was just a starting circuit problem, a relay, a bad wire. Well, it should have started if it wasn't it was in the starting circuit. Anything like engine computer, blown fuse computer, BCM, security system, I don't know about that. It depends on the year, make, and the model of the car. If it was a security problem, some you can start, well, as long as you introduce your own fuel, so never mind on that. So some cars will not crank, like Chrysler's, for security system, I believe. I don't know, I'm having a brain fart right now, but all right, so we have 8 codes in the engine computer. Let's see what they are. Not doing any guessing, let's just figure out what's going on. We're going to read codes. So we got lost communication with the security module, which could be the problem. Invalid entry key immobilizer, the skim key. It looks like it's going to be a key problem. You have another key in your pocket?
I don't.
So, yeah, it looks like we're going to have a security system problem. Let me erase these codes out of here.
Really? Security system problem.
It looks like that so far. I'm not saying 100% yet, but that's what it's looking like. Let me turn this off to clear these codes out of here. A key problem, more than likely.
I ain't got it. When I bought the damn thing, that's the only key they give me for it. And I've had it 2 years.
Yeah, it's man-made stuff breaks, you know.
Yeah, and they keep trying to add the newer they get, the more shit.
We don't make the best shit anymore.
I know, that's exactly right. The more shit to add on to them, and the worse it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used to make stuff that was really good, last forever.
Yeah, give me old 50 or 60 something model any day. Damn all this damn bullshit.
That's right.
Put on them nowadays.
That's right. So, and I'm gonna erase, you got 4 in the gateway. Let's look at the gateway real quick. And see what kind of other security codes we got on the gateway.
Oh.
Yeah, lost communication with security system. So I'm gonna get out of there. We're gonna erase all the codes. We're gonna do a quick erase. I'm gonna erase everything.
Oh, yeah. My daughter loves damn Jeeps. Of course, she always had the impression was not a little Liberty, but I told her I'd by God never buy nothing but Jeep built on it again.
Yeah, my daughter loves Jeeps too.
I won't never buy nothing but Jeep built on it again.
Okay, so we got all the codes cleared out of there. And turn it off for 5 seconds. So now we're looking for new codes. See if anything's gonna come back or start. Still nothing.
My phone trying to die. I'm gonna plug it up whenever you do turn the key on, man.
Okay.
That's something else I don't like. I got a Chevrolet, and I can turn the key and take it out and everything, but this still works. I can charge my phone. This one you gotta have some fire, you know, the ignition. I hate that shit.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, cause that's why I charged my scan tool up in my truck, cause it wouldn't work. I didn't even ask you about that.
The ignition got to be turned on.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that either.
Nissans is the same way.
I know what you mean.
I didn't know it like it when I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it. That's why I said I'd never own a Nissan again.
All right, so we have an invalid key. You need another key, sir?
Damn, I ain't got another key.
You need another key. That's an active code.
Well,
that's right now. That's new. That's a new code we just made happen just now.
What can I do? Can you have one made from that?
I can go get one. Yeah, I can go get one cut, and I can program it myself. What time is it?
Hey, try it upside down or something. See, it'll go in either way.
No, man, it's not gonna work.
It'll go in either way.
The chip is in here. It's not gonna work, but I'll do it just to. All right.
Okay, now let me ask you this. You go have one cut. What about the chip?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a new key. I'm gonna go get you 2 new keys right now. I gotta go because they're about ready to close.
That's gonna cost no telling
what it's gonna cost $60, $70 a key.
Shit.
Let me turn this camera off. 15 seconds left. This is the IM 508. I make YouTube videos, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I do. I've been kind of slipping on it lately. Don't say failed. Don't say failed. It's taking a long time. Yep, learning failed. Current number of keys is 1. Learning failed. Do you want to join? Yes. Turn this off. What time is it?
4:55.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
You gotta have that key.
Yeah, I know. It's 15 seconds.
Yep.
15 seconds. There he goes right there. What I did on that one, man, I just tried to reprogram the key for the 4th time. I was doing that shit to the key, just getting a little vibration going on, and the damn thing programmed and it started up. So he's gonna go on home. Couldn't get a key cut because the stores are closed, the locksmith is closed, so he's gonna get on home and have his sister or something drive him down to the locksmith and get another key made. And that's it, guys. It's Hayes Mobile Auto Repair doing amazing shit in Jackson, Mississippi. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.
You're getting ready to go into the VA
Yep.
hospital for some checks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did they treat you all right?
Yeah, they always do. They always do. I don't even know what I was my heart problem I was
that probably
saying.
was something like that.
Yeah, everything checked
I was
out.
talking to you about my brother-in-law who was been a vet, and he had actually had to deal with the VA some here in Jackson.
Yeah, they're okay, man. They just got long appointments. You know, appointments. I set another appointment, man. They want like 3 or 4 months before I even go into an appointment. So it's crazy. Okay, let's crank this up one more time. Let me just hear it one more time.
Okay.
And see what it sounds like. So next diagnostic. We're in Jackson, Mississippi now. The motor sounds good. That's good. We're going to be checking spark. We're going to be checking fuel. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, since it's going to be easier, is check fuel. I'm not even going to get my scan tool on it yet. Let's just get a let's just get a squirt of something here. A squirt of some carb cleaner. Damn, I ain't got nothing left. Shit. Oh, I don't have any left. That's great. That's great. All right, guys, what we're gonna do first. Hey, boy, what's up? We're gonna do first, we're gonna take off the big hose going to the throttle body. We're gonna spray a little bit of parts cleaner in there, starting fluid, and see if it tries to start. If that doesn't work, we're going to be pulling off a coil pack or a spark plug wire, depending on what vehicle you're working on, and we're going to see if we have a spark. So as long as you have two of those things, you got fuel and you got a spark, your vehicle should start, unless you have some kind of engine problem, or unless you have some kind of engine problem. Boy, get over here. No. Come here. Let's go. Get in the truck. Come on, get in the truck. It's a mess. Finally got my scan tool out of the shop, by the way, my Matco, my Maximus 3.0. All right, I'm waiting on him, see if he has some, because I ran out of parts cleaner. So try to start it up for me. All right, it's definitely a fuel issue. It's a fuel issue, whether it be a relay, a fuse, a fuel pump, bad wire going to the fuel pump, something like that. So that's where we're at. Fuel pump relay is going to be right here on this one. Could you turn the key in the on position for me? We should have voltage on one of these. Here's our 12 volts right there, and that's going to be our fuel pump right there. So, and that's going to be our power right there. I'm giving the fuel pump voltage. I don't hear anything. Let's try this. Turn the key off. Turn it back on. Start it. There it is. I just felt it click. You got a bad fuel pump. Let me swap relays real quick, just to make sure it's not a bad relay. Just because it clicks doesn't mean it's a relay problem. Start it up. All right, hold up a second. Let me put the mass airflow sensor back on there, or the tube. Start it up. That's good. All right, I'm going to be looking at the fuel pump now. It looks like you got a bad fuel pump. Something like that. Let me find out where it is on this car. Put in there from the junkyard a few years ago. So it's probably going to be a fuel pump.
So in order to, since it's in the tank, that means we have to dump all the gas out?
I don't know yet. I don't know where the fuel pump is on this Sonata. If it's underneath the seat or is in the tank. So I'm going to find out now. I don't remember. You do all those tests, and you can even check voltage back here at the plug. And I believe it's going to be, it's probably going to be that green wire right there, the fat wire, and the big black one is going to be your ground. So as long as you got voltage there when you turn the key in the on position, you should be good. All right, and the pump don't kick on, you know it's a bad fuel pump. What we're going to do now, because I didn't do it before, is I'm going to hit that tank real quick, and I'm going to plug up And I'm gonna plug up and see if this thing starts now. I'm not gonna plug up the sensor, but I'm gonna give the power to that. Let's just see if it starts. Sometimes it'll start. So if you ever get broke down, you know, at the store or Walmart, whatever. It still doesn't start. I want it to start there for a second. Let's hit it again. Oh wait, I don't have it plugged up. So it's working because I have gas shooting everywhere. So yeah, the banging worked. They didn't do that before. So we know that the fuel pump is kicking on. So I don't even care. I'm not plugging up the hose yet. We know it works now. So sometimes banging it will get it to work too. At least enough to get you home. But if it starts up, just know you just can't drive it around and say, oh man, it's working now. You know, it's good, because once you hit a bump on the road, you know, it might fail on you again. So let's get a screwdriver and we'll pop that ring off of the fuel pump. Once you get to this connector right here, just push the connector all the way in and squeeze those two tabs like that. And then push the thing out of there. And then pull the hose out. Pull the hose out. Let me get the pump out of there now. Get the ring out of there. See if you can work this pump out of there. It looks like it's going to be a tight fit. So let me lay this down. Come on, baby, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. It's a tight fit. I think that leveler sensor's trying to get bound up in there and I can't get it out. For some reason, there's going to be gas that goes everywhere. He's got a full tank of gas in it too. Okay, it finally came out of there. All right, so we got a fuel pump. At William Blackburn Middle School in Jackson, Mississippi. Had this one going. Security light would not go out. So what I basically did, I just went into ScanTool and erased the codes. It had that 2 amp fuse that was blown in the fuse box. And that's basically all it was. Put a fuse in there, clear codes. Yep, Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. Hayes, no.
Which one? That's
it's
right
Hayes.
There.
No, that's not it, me either.
Well, put it in there so I won't send it around somebody.
I know, right? So it's $ Hayes Auto. YouTubers too, support my channel.
I will.
It's Hayes Auto. And you'll see James
Oh,
pop
it's all
up.
together.
You'll see James pop up.
Okay, yeah.
You'll see James
right
pop up like that, guys. I'm on the video.
Man, you.
But no, so.
Good, man. I
So,
can't
yeah.
get nobody else come out here.
Huh?
I can't get nobody else come out here.
Yeah, it seems they tell me all the time that, hey, you don't want to pick up the phone.
So, oh, they
They tell me that all the time. But there's a lot of mobile mechanics out here now.
Went through, bro.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Sometimes it takes a minute for Cash App
So,
to go through.
where's you said go to the nearest parts store?
Your check engine light is still on.
That always.
It always stays on? Okay.
Yeah, you can clear it out too. You.
I already did. It just came right back. All right. You're good to go. Appreciate it.
Man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
See ya. And that will be a done deal, guys. Blown fuse. It was the BCM fuse. It was a, let me show you what it was at. It was 35. It was a 2 amp fuse. It was this one right here. We got a 10 amp in it. Now the customer is going to go to the parts store and grab him a 2 amp fuse to put in there. He's going there right now, right?
Dance, boy. Now.
You doing there right? I know, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. And that's it. There. And I did the little, I plugged up my scan tool, guys, and read the codes. You know, I Google the codes if I have to, and read the description on it, and it pretty much told me, hey, you probably blew a fuse. It's just a 2 amp fuse, so it ain't like it takes a lot to blow a 2 amp fuse. So, and it said that pretty much on the description, hey, you check the fuse. And yeah, man, I was gonna say, hey, yeah, so you blow the fuse. So I went in there, and yeah, lo and behold, the fuse was blown. Pop a new fuse in there, now he's down the road. So that was a quick little it was a quick job, and I billed $200 for any mobile call. Well, I have a $150 minimum, but I billed $200, man. I'm way out in Brandon. I had to come all the way out here, and I billed $200, which is fair. $200. He doesn't have to get a $150 tow and then take it to the shop and then get charged again. $200 is actually pretty fair, right? Yeah, I knew you'd say it was, because it is. And I you know, when I think about, because I'm trying to train another guy, and I keep telling him, man, as long as you learn the, the fundamentals of electrical, you can get out here and you can make money fast just by learning the basics. You know, watch a video every day. Watch a video, a diagnostic video every day, not, how to change a brake pad or an alternator. Watch a diagnostic video. Diagnostics, watch Scanner Danner. That's who I've watched. So there's a lot of guys you can learn from out there. You just got to pick one that you kind of get, and let them teach you. And no one's going to send you to school if you're a mobile tech. Your boss ain't going to send you to school because you're the boss. So you got to put yourself in school or some kind of training program on YouTube. What's offered out there now, and it's free for the most part, unless you get a subscription to somebody like Scanner Danner's premium channel. I pay $11 a month to Scanner Danner, and I've been doing that since 2013. And so yeah, there's ways to get your education on. So get your little education, get your fundamentals down, figure out, and one day it's going to click, and you're going to be like, oh man, I got this. And now you're out here doing 15-minute jobs and getting paid, $150, $200, $300 in no time. In no time. That is the word of the day, guys. Until next time, it's Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. We're in Jackson, Mississippi. Peace. All right, guys, let's begin. All right, we got it jacked up. I am going to take off the wheel. I'm going to take off the wheel. I got a jack set underneath it, got the jack underneath it. Take off the wheel because you're going to have to access this area. All right, let's look around in the front. On top, front top. I'm going to take this off. I got to clear my way. My alternator is down there. My alternator is down here. And before you take off the alternator, you want to check to make sure that you have voltage on that pin, on that wire right there, the one with the rubber boot on it, right there. Make sure you have 12 volts on that. If you don't have 12 volts on that, or voltage on that, the alternator is not going to work. That is the power lead from the battery. You also have your plug down there that you'll have to check the wires on that and make sure they're okay. And we're gonna take it out and probe that too. See if I can do that now while I got you here. That's all computer controlled, by the way. So the PCM will actually turn this one on. So it's not necessarily has to be an alternator repair on this one. It could be a computer issue as well. So what we can do on this wire right here, and you see you got a little fray down there too, we can check our voltages from here as well. Ready. I was just trying to make the video, but yeah, you got your power and you got your ground coming out of there. And I might put a little bit of liquid tape on that. But the other one's not opened up or touching the copper. The copper's not touching the other copper, so I'm okay with that. I'm getting a signal. So let's start taking this thing off. My battery's dead, and you know, I just don't feel like doing all that right now. You guys can check that yourself. I know we need an alternator. So I'm gonna take this off and start disassembling. Get this out of there. AC bracket off. So we're gonna get that off. That way this will move and you'll be able to get this out. Okay. Just gonna leave it there. All right, I'm beginning to see my alternator. I want to take off the upper radiator hose as well. I want to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. How do I want to do this? I need to get these hoses out of the way, though. I'd like to. Yeah, let me get them out of the way. Let me get some more opening down there. Off, which I already did. I'm gonna disconnect the battery from here. All right, and this can get out of my way down there. Okay, so now I have no more power going to the alternator. The battery, if you're gonna do it from the battery is actually in the back of the vehicle, right there. So if you wanted to do that, that's easy enough to do as well. I'm gonna do it this way though. So let's get some wires out of the way. Okay. Get that nut off. Don't want it to fall. This is the big cable going to the alternator. So I disconnected the regulator and I disconnected the main power lead to the alternator. Now I can get this, I just wanted it out of the way because I have to play around in here and I want room to do that. So I'll just kind of stick this, I'll just kind of get this wire out of the way, get that regulator wire out of the way. Don't want nothing to happen to my wires. And here's another cable right here I'd like to get out of the way, but this is about all I'm going to be able to do over here. So now you guys can see the little room that I have. So man, it's gonna be a tight fit coming out of this hole, but it's coming out. It's gonna come out. So what I think I'm gonna do now, before I start messing with the belts and stuff, I'm gonna start loosening up these bolts. Since I'm already on top, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up these top bolts and get the stud. I'm gonna loosen up these top bolts now and go ahead and get the stud out of there. Is what I'm gonna do now. 15 millimeter. 15 millimeter nut off of the stud from the alternator. It went right there, that nut, 15 millimeter. And then you use your inverted torque on the star bit, the torque head, and you screw it out of there. So now we have one stud that's out of the alternator. And I'm actually going to get both of them out of there because I'm not going to fight anything. I'm just going to get both the studs out. They're easy enough to pull out, and It looks like I got everything else disconnected. All I have to do now, I believe, is go down there, take off that pulley, take the belt off, take the pulley off, and I should be able to slide this thing out of there. Second one. I used a stubby ratchet, by the way. I used a stubby ratchet, seemed to work easier with that inverted torque on it. Okay. So now everything is disconnected up top, I believe. So let's go ahead and pull the tire off and we'll get down there and remove that pulley. I've been here 30 minutes so far. I'm not trying to make it a 3-hour job. All right, guys, so if you look from underneath, you'll see the tensioner pulley right there with that hole in the center that looks like the 1/2-inch wrench ratchet. So that's where you're going to put your 1/2-inch ratchet. And if you look at that pulley right there, you'll see that is actually the bolt that connects the alternator to the engine. So take the belt off right here and remove the belt, at least from this area right here, and pull out that bolt if you can. At least get it, you know, separated from the alternator. Okay, and if it doesn't come out, because you know the frame is right there too, so it should come out. But let's go ahead and get this belt off first. I have a hopefully you'll see that, and I have part of my tool, my belt removal tool. I'm going to see if I can use this instead of the ratchet, and I can. So I have it on there. This came in a kit, but you know, a ratchet should work as well. So you see the belt got loose. So let me put the camera down for a second and let me get the belt off this thing. I think I'm gonna try to get it off the air compressor. I like getting them off the smooth pulleys first, but it's doable to get it off the AC compressor. So I'm going to take this back off. We'll use that later for the install. Get the belt down a little bit. So now we can start taking off this pulley right there. And it looks like it's going to be a, I don't know, 14, 13, 15, I don't know. Let's find out. 15 millimeter on that pulley. It does go lefty loosey. So let's remove this. Bolt is out of there, and you can actually shake around. You can actually shake it around, and it comes out. So now that it's out, I should be able to pull that alternator out of there, right, guys? So it's separated up there, and it's actually stuck on the alternator. So when I put this bad boy back in there, I might have to put that pulley in there first and then push it up and line up the bolt hole. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna have to do on this one. Pretty sure. Yeah, because here it is right here. All right, I'm just gonna leave it just like that. All right. Okay. Now let's get on. Now let's get up on top, and let's see if we can get that alternator out of the hole. not going to be a 3-hour job. As long as I can pull this out of here easily, I'll be done. I'll be done in 30 minutes. So it'll be about an hour, hour and a half job for me, as long as you got the right tools. And on this job, you really don't need a lot. 10 millimeter, you know, a stubby ratchet, you know, some. I tell you what helps is those ratcheting wrenches, and they're going to help you when you get those alternator nuts off those top 2 studs. They're going to help. 15 millimeter. Let's see if we can get this out of the hole. The alternator, I'm grabbing the alternator. It's not looking very friendly to come out. Oh, maybe it is looking friendly to get out of there. You just got to make room with this wiring harness, and you got to push that that AC line. You got to bend it just a little bit towards the radiator. All right, this is going to be an hour, hour and a half job, or an hour and a half at least. So we got it out of there. It came out like this, or close. You got to wiggle it and twist it a little bit. Yeah, the alternator does have a little bit of oil on it, probably due to a valve cover gasket leaking. I don't see where the leak is right now. Just a little oil. It's not a lot, but I guess you really don't need a lot for an alternator to fail due to oil, but it happens all the time. So right now I'm gonna put this thing back in the hole, put my new one back in the hole. I shop at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. The customer opted to get a remand alternator. This alternator costs what, $189 plus tax. So yeah, let me drop it back in there. Come on, baby, just go in nice and easy for me. Don't give me no shit. Make sure all my wiring harnesses are where they're supposed to be, because I don't want to have to pull this thing back out again because I got a wiring harness that's not correctly routed. You know what I mean? So that looks right. I'll show you what I can in a second, guys. It's just on a bad spot right now. Make sure I got my regulator wire, it's in a safe position, and make sure I have my cable that connects to the alternator in a accessible position, and it is. That looks good, and that looks good. The other end that goes to the battery box right here. So we're safe there. Regulator and the power line. All right, so I got to drop back in the hole. So let's see if we can go back down there and get that. I kind of want to get it. Let's go ahead and get the pulley back on there, because we said we had to do that. Get the pulley back on there, and we'll work from that point. The alternator to its side, like in this position, and then get that, then get it back in the hole, the pulley back in the hole. Not all the way in, because you still have to get through the hole, and you still have to get through the hole. So now I'll get my alternator back in the, you know, where it belongs, in its position, and I can try to feed that bolt through the hole and get it started. That's what I'm going to attempt to do. I can't do that on video, obviously, but I'll let you know how bad it was, or how easy it was. Easier to put at least one of those studs on the top. That way it'll hold on the stud. You can line it up easier, but you still have to get that pulley on the alternator first. So I got a stud. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it in there and get a couple threads started, and let's continue on putting it back together again. Not a big deal on this one. I'm actually in a good space right now. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I thought it was going to be worse. I don't remember doing an alternator on this one, this particular vehicle, but I think it's going to work out. All right, that stud went right in there. Oh, it went in that time. So yeah, good. Get how the belt goes on there. What I do all the time is I just get on my phone, 2011 Buick Enclave belt routing diagram, and you'll see it'll pop up for you right there, and you just click it and install your belt. That's it. I know people like taking pictures and drawing stuff like that. Google is fast, and there it is right there. And that's the belt routing diagram for this vehicle. It'll say it on top. All right, so yeah, let's get the belt on there. Very end, we got the belt installed already. So what you want to do now, before you connect this cable to here, obviously you want to connect it to the alternator. That's your power lead again, for your alternator. It's your 12 volt power right there. All right, it's going to be a 13 millimeter socket. So tighten that up. I'll plug up the regulator, which we'll go ahead and do now. We'll go ahead and do that now. This better be the right fucking alternator, because it's really not looking like the right alternator right now, unless I got the wrong damn plug. That's the right plug right there. There's a plug just hanging around here somewhere. I don't remember where it went. Alright, so that's the right plug for that. But I have a plug here, and it looks like a pressure sensor plug. I'm pretty sure it is, so I'll have to find where the pressure sensor is and plug that back up, because it just came off. I didn't take it off intentionally. So I'll leave that here so I can see it, and I'll tighten this up. Pressure switch pops off too. It's going to be right there, just on the other side of the AC charge line. You'll see it right there, right? And that's where it's located, in case yours pops off on you as well. Alright guys, so we connected the positive lead. We're connected at the alternator. We got the belt on there. We still have to connect this, put this on there, and that is about it. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up right now, if we can. Battery's probably dead. Sure it is. But we're gonna give it a whirl anyways. And the battery's completely dead. Okay. Key will not come out of the ignition. So let me get the jump box. Man, the jumper box did not work for me. I got jumper cables on it now. It started up, and then the belt popped off somehow, and so I got the belt back on there. I'm just trying to jump it off right now. Kind of crazy. But let's see what happened. So let's see what happens now. Come on, baby, start for me. You gotta act a butt. The battery is completely toasted. In Buick Enclave, we just installed the alternator. It's one thing I wanted to mention before I let you guys go, so you can tackle yours, is on this, remember there's two cables on here. There's one right here, and there's another one right there. So don't forget to put both the cables on there. And that's a wrap, guys. It's Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. Man, we're in Byram, Mississippi. No, we're in Brandon, Mississippi. Peace.